Welcome back to another Blender video. I'm not calling this a tutorial because I am not a Blender teacher. I'm just a average guy doing a little bit of Blender, having some fun, and nothing too complicated. And in this video I am going to model most of the components of this bedroom. Maybe not everything, and I might do a few things a little bit different as well. It's really basic kind of modeling. I still will manage to make a few errors here and there and do stuff the long way, the hard way instead of the easy way. But I'm gonna do it anyhow, just to have some fun. You know, just because my daughter is almost 1 year old, and I was looking around for some toys, and I saw this and I thought, hey, this is kind of cute. Wouldn't it be nice to sort of model some of this scene and just to see if I could do it. So that's what I'm going to try to do, and I had a go at it earlier, and I basically came up with this stuff here. So you know, there are some changes here and there. I put the stars and moon there, and the clock's a bit different. I did these lamps, and I didn't do the whole design on the bed thing. I just sort of ran out of time and that kind of thing. But you know, just sort of seeing if I could do it, and that's what I figured I'd do for you. So if you're kind of a beginner, and you might get more out of this than if you really know what you're doing, and you say, oh man, this is boring stuff, but it's fun to do though. So okay, so that's what I'm gonna have a go at. So I'm in an old version of Blender. I'm a little nervous about upgrading and losing my settings or gaining some functionality I didn't have before and going, oh, how do I do this? And a little intimidating. I do remember, of course, first starting with Blender and just opening it up and saying, oh my God, what the heck am I going to do? And then closing it right back up saying, forget it. But here we are anyhow. And so we're going to have a go at this. All right, so my screencast keys are on. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the camera and the light, hold down shift and hit X, and just delete those and start with the default cube. Maybe I'll bring it up there. Now I'm going to hit N to open the side panel. Right away I'm going to come over to the shading tab, and I'm going to use matte cap, ambient occlusion. I'll just leave the default settings for the ambient occlusion, and start with that. Sorry if that's boring for you. And display, I'm going to turn off the grid floor. All right, so hit N to close that up, and that's what we got. Oh, I think another thing I'll do is I'll bring up another panel by grabbing those things there, and I'll switch this over to UV editor, and I will open in reference images under toys. Geez, where is it? I think it's called bedroom. I called it bedroom. And I'll just to have that in there so I can, you know, so I don't have to switch my screen all the time. And I'll start with modeling this chair or something like this chair. I may not do these supports exactly the same way, but I'll do something. So I like the fact that it's kind of short and stubby. All right, so we'll just have a go at that. And I'm not using any specific dimensions or anything. I'm just going to have a go at it. So I'm just going to scale that down and get the approximate width, although I'll scale it in Z, and see, you know, if I like that for a chair leg, or if I think that's a bit too wide still. Maybe it is. So I'm going to go scale S Shift Z, so I don't scale it in the Z, just in the X and Y, you know, and all, because I'm going to be using this chair piece to do, you know, the legs for the bed probably, and the legs for the nightstand, you know, so I want to reuse them. All right, so let's scale it in Z a little bit more. All right, so let's assume that that's going to be all right. So in terms of beveling, I'll probably use the bevel modifier more than I usually do. I usually do a lot of beveling by hand. It depends. Some stuff I'll use Control B, and some other stuff I'll use the modifier. But before I add the modifier to this, I'm going to go Object, Apply, Scale, because I changed the scale, and then all these things will work better. So I'm going to come over to the wrench, add modifier, choose bevel, and let's zoom right in. We'll put 2 segments, and I'm going to knock this down to 0.05, I think. I'll probably just go with that. I do like sort of a bubbly kind of a look, as opposed to a real tailored look. Tailored, what probably wasn't the word to use. So what we'll do is maybe I'll just copy this. Shifty. We'll copy. Try to imagine, you know, those are the front two legs. Back in the top view, Shift-D. And these are the back two legs. I don't know if the distance there is supposed to be the same or not. I have no idea really. I think it's supposed to be longer, you know, than that, but we'll try that. We can adjust some of these later. No, that's not what I want to do for the back legs. Although, I forgot I want to do this thing here. Although I could probably use one of these and take off the bevel for the moment. And I think what I'll do is it'll come up straight and then I'm going to angle it back. I still feel actually that these are just too tall. Scale in the Z. Again, we'll try that and see what happens. So the way I'm going to do this, I think, is I'm going to come right in, deselect, switch Control Tab to bring up the mesh selection and go to face. Or I could have done that right down there. Right? Where to see there's tab, or sorry, face selection there. And I'm going to grab that face, and I'm going to hit E to extrude. And let's look right at a side view and zoom out a bit. Come up like that. I mean, it's about twice the length maybe of the actual leg. So maybe I'll come up a bit higher. I'm just going to pull it over like that. Not too far or anything. Let's go back. Let's do Object, Apply, Scale now again, and add that bevel again. And I think I'll deselect that and get rid of it. So let's copy this over and just get a sense of whether or not it would look good as a chair. I don't know. It's hard to tell until maybe I put this this top piece on here. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I could build it out of that, but let's not bother. Okay, let's just go. Let's go Shift A and just bring in I'll bring in another cube. And we'll center it up roughly anyhow. Scale it in Z. Scale it in the X so it comes out. And then I'll fine tune it. Something like that, eh? Okay, so let's go into it. And I'll pull this back, and it extends a bit in the front. I'll grab both sides, will I? Let's look at it from the front. All right. Actually, before I do that, let's come out and just. I didn't center things up really. That might be all right anyhow. Okay, in that case, let's apply scale and add the same bevel. 2 segments, 0.05. Yeah, maybe it's okay. Doesn't look quite as stubby, but let's do some saving. Okay, so these parts, to do that, I think I will take this, copy it, Shift-D. I'm just too lazy to bring in another piece. Let's rotate Y 90. Bring it out here, but we'll take off the bevel for now. Oh boy, didn't have to go that far. Let's scale it in Z. And we'll make it thinner. We'll scale it in the Y. No, that's not the one. X. Scale it in the X. Just going to go in. Actually, we will scale it in the Y. Let's just sort of position this and imagine that this is it. So imagine it went in there. I'm going to make it a bit shorter though. Oh boy, okay, I guess I had that selected already. let's imagine it goes in there. Okay, and I think what I'll do is I'll put in, do I want just 2 or 4? Or I'll put in 4 edge loops. And I want to do this. Doesn't really matter. I'll just box select all those. I'm just going to pull them up. Yeah, I think I'll pull them up, but I think I need to. No, that's not what I want to do. Wireframe. Get these as well. Maybe I want to scale it in the Y. Maybe I do and maybe I don't. That's fine. It's not going to be exactly the same. It's just going to be my interpretation. All right, let's save that. Let's put subdivision surface on there of 2, and put an edge loop. Drag it down. One there, not exactly to the end. I'll put one in behind it too. Scale it in the X a little bit more. Smooth it. See how that looks. It's not exactly the same, but it's a pleasant design. Let's see. I feel it's a bit short. I think I want that back a little bit. So I can live with that. I don't need the bevel on that. Let's just maybe I can mirror it across this, and we'll see how well that works. So let's go ahead and apply mirror in across this. Works decently. I can move it if I think, you know, that this one is a little closer to the edge. I don't really think it's all that noticeable, so I think it's probably okay. And I'm going to use one in the front as well. So far so good. So let's go ahead and let's just copy the whole thing. Shift D, rotate Z 90, and go in here, grab a piece, Control L to select length, X, and delete the vertices. So I'll just be left with one, but I'll set the origin of geometry so it goes back to there. And we'll try to center this up. Maybe not the best way to do it, but it'll still work, so it'll get the job done. Let's set the front. Yeah, I really should have centered these up a little bit better, but really, you know, that's going to be okay. I think that's going to be okay. So right away, I'm going to apply these subdivision surfaces. I want to join this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and this, join them together. Oh, I lost my bevel. So yeah, I'm going to apply the bevels. I might use that piece. I'm not sure. And this one. Okay, let's set the origin geometry there. And this, maybe origin geometry just in the center. So we're getting our little chair. It's very basic, all right, but it's cute. Now, what I was kind of thinking of doing was maybe it's disappointing, but like not these designs. I was kind of thinking of this. Okay, Shift D. Okay, bring it up. Rotate X 90. Now, okay. Here's the thing. I don't necessarily want to just go scale in Z, because as I do that, my corners get all weird. All right, so if I Control Z out of this, see, they're nice and rounded, at least with the bevel. And actually, it could be just the bevel. Let me see something. If I take that off, yeah, they're just sharp, right? It's not going to matter. Let's get rid of the bevel. Yeah, let's get rid. Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Let's scale this in the Y. and bring it back here. Scale in the Z. I know it's really basic. Scale in the X. It's just to imagine that this piece is going to be in here. All right, and we're of course going to rotate it. That's okay. So this is what I need to do. Apply. I don't know if I rotated. I can't remember. Let's go back and put the bevel on again at 2 segments and 0.05. Might be a bit much for a small piece, but no, I think it looks all right. And now I'm going to rotate X onto that. Put one near the top, sort of near the top, maybe even higher up. And we'll just see that that angle's all right. Shift D, we'll do another one. Rotate that one in the X. Let's see what that looks like. That's what I was thinking of going with, to be quite honest with you. And that's what I'm going with. Let's apply that bevel and that one. And I'll join that. Now, this piece I'm going to join as well. Nope, not yet. I'm going to apply the bevel. I'm going to join it. And the chair's done. 16 minutes minus the little talk at the beginning. All right. Cool. Can I just set origin to 3D cursor and set geometry to origin? Okay. And just, although I'm probably going to be moving things to that spot. I don't know why I just did that, but why not? Okay, so let's assume that the chair is done. All right. Let's have a go next at the night table real quick. Let's use the same legs. I mean, it looks like it's fine. I'll come over here. All right, it looks like the night table is just a little bit taller than the chair legs. All right, and a similar height to the these legs. Maybe it might be similar in height to those of the bed. Maybe a bit taller as well, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab one of these legs. So I'm going to just click on part of it. I'm going to say in face selection. Click on that and go Control L. That'll get all the linked parts. Shift D to make a copy of it, and so accept, and P to make it a new object. All right. So I can select it. Let's set origin to geometry and move it out. There it is. All right. Let's come down a ways here. And let's hit the period key to zoom in on that, focus in on that. So I want to make this a little bit taller. Now maybe I should be working in another layer right in the middle, but I don't know, we'll see. So I'm going to make this a little taller, but I don't want to just, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to go into edit mode, wireframe mode, and I'm going to box select the top. I'm going to pull it up. Actually, I'm going to look at where it is. I'm going to pull it up just, I don't know, that much. Okay, so that is that. Now, the only question is, these look like they're a little bit tapered. I didn't really do that in my model before, but they also seem a little bit thinner. So I'm going to go Scale Shift Z. Just like that. I don't even know if that'll be noticeable. And I'm not going to taper them, I don't think, at this point, or I don't know if they're curved. I'm just going to go with that. Okay, so now the night table is wider than the chair. All right, we'll go back here just so we can see. Okay, there's the chair width. I mean, maybe it's similar to this distance, right? The distance there. And this distance is probably similar to that distance. So anyways, I just want to spread these out. Okay. And if I really cared, I suppose I could come over here and say the front and back leg are going to be similar to the chair. So there's that one, front and back. You know what, maybe this is a good way of doing it now that I think about it, except I lost my cube. There it is. No, that's not it. And that's not it again. There we go. Let's try this. What happened there? Is that what I wanted? Oh, will I ever get those pieces back? Oh, Jesus, move the chair out of the way. Ah. Get out of there. This would have to be the front. I think I want it a bit bigger, actually. All right, you'll see what I'm doing in a second. Get over here, guys. Rotate Z90. All right, so here's what I want, and this is gonna be off to the side anyhow a little bit. I want you to be the front and you to be the side. All right, so cool. So looks like I'm gonna be doing it this way. Now that I think about it, there are the legs, and then we're gonna do the top. And for the top, I'm gonna steal this from you. On over here. Select the top face. Control L, Shift D to make a copy, P to make it a new object by the selection. Set origin geometry and move it out. Yeah, the one weird thing is, you know, you got to center things up, but that's not so bad. Is it? No, it isn't. I am gonna scale this. I don't have to scale it that much, so I'm not gonna worry too much about my corners. Going bigger is not as bad as going smaller, I find. Okay, something like that. Let's do some more. Scale in the X like that. Maybe just under that line there. And under the line on either side. Yeah, that's good. We have to come down a bit though. Just at least there. That being the case, let's get you over here and zoomed in so we can just use you when we need to. Looks like this is straight, but it also looks like it has a small curve. Like it's just the slightest bit. It's hard to tell. What did I do in when I did it? I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell if it's just a weird optical illusion or not. I will say that I am now feeling like these are too long. I want it more stubby, so I'm going to scale it in Z like this, and it might seem like the wrong thing to do, and I'm going against what I just said, but I like it better. And I think what I'll do, what will I do? Will I grab those? No, I've already put on a sub D on those. I'm not going to do that. Let's take this, Shift D, and rotate X90, and let's take off the bevel. Oh, the bevel's already applied, eh? All right, well, I probably want a smaller bevel anyhow, so let's try this, which seems to go against what I just said a moment ago, and it might not look good. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Scale in the X. You're only going to see one edge of the bevel anyhow, and it does actually come down quite far, so let's scale in the Z further. Bring it down. No, not that far. Scale in the Z. Kind of about halfway. Maybe a bit more than halfway. Okay, like that's okay. The bevel's not even really noticeable. I don't know if I can actually put in any edge loops now. Oh, I can, eh? What if let's try this, scale in the X. Like way over there. That bevel makes it complicated. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Let's just go grab all the bevels. We'll just try and see if it looks stupid. Even the slightest amount. You know, then I would have to do sub Ds and all that. Let's not do that. Let's just leave them straight. Okay? Let's just leave them straight and be done with it. I do actually feel though that it needs to come down more. I think because I'm missing a little bit of taperedness, I could try that. Let's just see what would happen if I did it on this one. Add modifier, simple deform, taper. Am I in the wrong orientation there? Yeah, I'm not gonna get it, eh? Okay, screw it. I'm not doing that. let's just work on this. Just pull that down like that. Let's try mirroring this to the back. Mirror in the Y with respect to this. Okay. And let's apply that. Let's shifty rotate Z90. And I know these aren't the same exact widths. It may or may not matter. Could that be? I can shrink that. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in. So let's go in and let's Control L. Let's just delete this one and scale this one in the Y a bit and just see where I want to put it. Okay, these are basically a little bit further in the front. Let's save that. And let's mirror this across the X with respect to the top. You're not going to like that, are you? Yeah, sometimes it's that, eh? For some weird reason, maybe. Okay, now I feel like it's too short. It's cute, though. It's very simple. Not much to it. But maybe it does need to be longer. You know what I could do? Well, no, let's do this. Let's do it this way. Let's grab all of these and join them to have the bevels on. Yeah, join them. And then go into all of them. Select that face. Control plus a couple times to get that. And let's go Scale Shift Z. No, sorry. Individual origins, Scale Shift Z. Let's see if I like that. So that pushes that way. Looks pretty straight. I don't know if that's really an issue at all. I don't know if I see that. See, what I'm saying is this piece used to be straight in line with the leg. Now it's because this tapers in there. What I could do instead of doing that is I could put an edge loop in all of these and just taper the very bottom part. Let me try. Oh, they wouldn't be at the same spot, would they? I mean, I have to copy them over. No, I'll just do it there. Oh, and accept. There and accept. There and accept. Turn it around. There and accept. And then Shift Alt and click all of them and move all at the same time. Let's move them below that and then go back into the bottoms. Plus Control plus. What am I doing? What's wrong? Why didn't that work? Am I in individual origins? Control plus. There. I don't know. All right. Scale Shift Z now. Just like that. I have no idea if this is what I really want. You see an evident line. Do I not have smoothing line? Hell, I don't like that. Unnecessary. That's fine. Let's leave it. Apply that. Not sure if there's anything unapplied yet. Control J. Did I get everything? Nope. That's what it's going to be. Okay, so I got that. Let's move it in closer so I can see the two of them. Wow. That turned out quite a bit smaller than the chair as opposed to bigger, didn't it? That is very cute, but that would not make much of an end table. All right. I'll tell you something, I'm glad I didn't taper those legs. I'm glad I didn't taper those legs yet, because I'm going to reselect that face. Control plus a couple times And I am going to be lengthening these like that. Try that. And then I'm also going to be, what am I going to be doing? You know, height stuff and blah, blah, blah. I may have no choice for the moment. So I'm going to select a piece of each of these legs, Control L and H to hide them so that I can look at just these things in wireframe, because they need to come down now, don't they? And I'm flying blind now. Alt H to bring those legs back. Let's have a look at that. Let's see how I did. Still looks kind of cute. All right, that's a little bit better. And that's how we do that. All right, so sometimes I'm scaling inside the object and other times I'm globally scaling, and it depends on the bevel. It depends on how my mood. Now, there are two of these on other sides, opposite sides of the bed, so I can copy that later. So what do I want to do next? That's the question. I think I'm going to do the bed. Yeah. And I can't tell what the hell is going on here. Like, they seem to have this here and this here, but they don't have it on this leg. So I'm not doing that. I don't know. I'm just regular legs. And they really do look tapered to me, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that stuff. So so what I'm going to be doing, I think it's cutest to have it sort of the same height as the end table. So Control L on a piece of that. Okay, Shift D to make a copy of it, P to make it its own object by what was selected. So, and let's move it out, and we're going to make the bed with this. All right. So it's going to be kind of close to the nightstand. I have no idea how big it's going to be though. Shift D. I don't know. Actually, am I going the wrong way? What did I do? I took that leg, didn't I? All right, I better concentrate. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's make the bed. Okay, so if that's the chair and someone sits there, you know, is the bed like, let's just see what happens. Shift D, bring it over here. And it doesn't need to be huge. It could be just a single bed. That'll be all right. Jeez, I don't know. Let's see if I can tell with respect to the chair. Like 2 or 3 times the width of the chair. That's crazy. This is nowhere near that. I'm just going to come out to there. I'm going to try that, and we'll see. I want another piece. Why can't I just take this? Shift D. Come on out. Let's. Oh, because the bevel's on it. That's why. The bevel's on everything. Eh? All right. Let's just do a new one. All right. Let's just go Shift A, cube, scale this in the Y, pretty thin, scale it in Z. Let's do it this way. Period key to zoom in. How far down does that go? Pretty close to the top. Like that. Too thick though. Scale it in the Y. Like that. Is that a good height for this piece? Yeah, it's thin, and then there's 3/4 of the length. Scale in the Z. Like that. Alright, let's go into it. Grab this face and just jam it into this end. Here, like that. Oh, that looks far too wide. Nope, not doing it that wide. Yeah, this is a good way of doing it. Well, it might be a smaller bed. It just might be a smaller bed. This is going to be too long, too. What are you, giant? It says little person. Come on, little person. Yeah, but that end table. I don't have my. All right, let's do this. How many end tables? Look, maybe 1.5, or a little bit more than 1.5. I'm going with it like that for now. Okay, so let's take this object, apply rotation and scale, and let's add a bevel. 2 segments, 0.05. I'm just using a typical number all the time. Shift D, I'm going to copy this to here. Well, let's try this. Shift D, rotate, set 90. And we'll see what it's like if I bring it into this thing. It's the same height, right? Okay. So I'll go into wireframe and vertex. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, because I don't have the built-in bevel. Now, what am I doing? I just grab it here and pull it in. Shouldn't change that curvature. Okay, so that's actually kosher to do. I suppose I could be mirroring these. Should these be on the outsides of those or central? Could I just do it central just to make it kind of easier? It's just easier to eyeball and less things to have to worry about. I wonder if that was the bed. You know. I'm going to assume between the, all right, let's take this now and let's rotate Y90. And I don't know if this piece is necessary, but I think I put it in anyhow. It's the right. Did I put it in? How did I put it in? That's a good question because of those posts. I don't know. I'm not sure what I did. Let's take this though, and there I am going to have a problem with the bevels, so it's not going to be seen, mind you, but I don't care. I'm just going to do this. Grab this anyhow. I am just going to do this, and we'll see if this makes any sense at all. It's going to be under the mattress, digging it into those boards, and then pushing it down. Hell, that's fine. No one's gonna know. Okay, now I'm gonna take this and Shift D. I'm gonna bring it up. This has a bevel there. Okay, I can mess with that if I want. Now I'm gonna make the mattress out of this, I think, and I think I want to make this not touch the posts. Scale in the Y. You know, kind of like it fits in there, but not. So what am I doing? It's not so fully. It's the mattress is just lobbed in there. Scale in the Y, but I'll hold down Shift to go in smaller amounts. Doesn't seem to be doing much of that. All right, fine. Scale Y. It's going gangbusters. Possibly if these were out like this, I could get the mattress to fit in more. I wonder if I did that. Let me look at the picture. It's a little blurry, but I don't think they're out that far. What did I do when I made it? Yeah, there is space anyhow. But it just seems like so much. Alright, the way to this is to move that a bit more. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's bring this up. And let's scale this into Z. nice amount. This was a nice fluffy mattress, and it's going to come, yeah, of course, above those. Yeah. Let's just go in it this way. Let's just pull it up. Is that too high or is that reasonable? I don't know. I guess it's reasonable. Yeah, all right. Let's go object, apply, scale. I may have rotated as well. Let's put bevel back on. That's probably going to be fine right there. And that would be my mattress. You know, I can smooth all these things too. And work with the shading angle. Or, yeah. Okay. All right. And what we'll do is I'll take this Shift D and bring it up and get rid of the bevel for a moment and get rid of shading. And I'm just going to scale this in the Y, scale it in Z, bring it up here, scale in the X as well. Object apply scale. We'll go back and do the bevel again. Actually, you know, like that's good enough for a little pillow. I mean, it's not a really good way of modeling pillows, but you know, still, let's go a bit more. I mean, unless you really want to do something different. For example, this is not what I want for my pillow. Too pillow-like, do they? Did I actually use sub Ds for mine? And yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, it's good enough for pillows. It's just a small detail. That's good enough. They're close together. Alrighty. Let's see if I just put on smoothing on this whole thing. And maybe edge split. Oops, did I click something else? Edge split. Does that look alright to you? Of course, if I grab any pieces of this, what about there? Apply that bevel. No, I don't like it on that. Oh, I haven't joined any of this together. Well, yeah, okay. Let's join all these pieces. Let's commit to that. Control J. Oh, did I have bevels that I didn't apply yet? Yeah. Okay, I better slow down. These should all have their bevels. Yeah, right. That should be fine. And these. Let's just apply that. Whatever. So do we have smoothing on this? Do I put on edge split? Does it change anything in the bad way? Yeah, I don't really like it. Well, whatever. Not sure I like it anyhow. Okay, and for the beds so far, let's do just a little bit of that iron railing stuff. Okay, so yeah, okay, I do have some shading issues, but do I still have smoothing on there? Yeah, I don't necessarily need it right now. Although I'll probably forget. Looks like a problem with my bevel on that. Yeah, I think. How far can I go back? Maybe that's why it was looking weird. Jeez, I don't know if I can go back that far. There we go. Was it worth it? What am I joining that to? This, fine. Okay, I better go back to this. Oh boy, all for that, eh? Something? Is it all right? Okay, let's just leave it like that. Get rid of it, all that stuff for now. Look at it later if we really want to. Now, is that bed looking small? No, that looks all right. Yeah, little kid's bed. Even shorter than the thing. Okay, it's fine. All right, so for this, let's go in here. Select that face, Shift S, cursor selected, and bring in a cylinder there. Scale Shift Z. I was reaching for Y there. Scale Shift Z. Let's bring this. Let's go Scale Shift Z again. Okay, something like that. How high? How high does she fly? Here, come on. Start using this a little bit. Just leave it there. Okay, so it's going to go up quite a distance, about the height of a lamp on the end table. So let's go up. Let's go up to there. That's probably fine. Okay, so we'll take that and I'll put it right to the corner there. So Shift-D. Well, I probably could have mirrored it across. Let's try that. Okay. Let's take that, Shift-D, rotate Y 90. Bring it up so it's just visible. Into there. Around the height of the pillows. That's probably okay. All the stuff could go probably closer, but and let's Scale Shift X this. We'll make it thinner. So let's scale in the X to make sure it's in. So I'd have one there, and I have another one. Shift D up around there, maybe not quite so high. Like that. Maybe these both. Let's do that independently. Scale Shift X need to be thinner. Maybe everything needs to be thinner. Scale Shift Z. It's looking a bit too crazy. Let's get rid of those. Maybe now. What if I put it right in behind the post? Right in behind the post, and then what am I doing? I just want to scale this in the X and bring it back in. Oops, not like that. Scale in the X. Oh yeah, well, okay, well, it's origin geometry. Let's do that first of all, buddy. Scale in the X bit. Okay, like that, and then repeat where we were, like that. Shift D, rotate Y 90, and scale this in the Z. Scale in the Z some more. Let's bring it down here and we'll zoom in. Alright, we'll make it smaller. Scale Shift Z. And then we'll scale in the Z again just to make sure it's going through. Pretty central. Okay. Do I care about how many of them there are? I can't tell if there's probably 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or no, it's probably 8 and then that and the regular bar. So 8. Oh boy. 8. Let's do an array. Let's bring this up to 8 and swing this out like that. That's not right. How about that? It seemed far apart to me. I'm going to go with it though. Join all that. And they have all this detail, but what I want to do is the extension, this little circle and the little post on there. So what we'll do is we'll come in here first of all. Grab that one and that one, and we'll go into individual origins, and I can just look at one. Well, inset. No, we won't. Will we? Maybe we won't do that. Inset. Okay, why am I having a problem? What do I not know? What am I doing wrong? Let's get our weights back. Medium point. Object apply, scale, in, like an inset there. That's not what I want to do though. What's my problem? There is no problem. I don't know what it was. Maybe I had to apply scale there. Scale Shift Z. I just wanted it a bit smaller. ED extrude, bring it up. The ball's going to sit on top of there. Bring it up a bit more. Come out of there. I'm going to have to bevel that. Crap. Grab this edge, Shift Alt. That's good enough. Got both of them? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Maybe a weird way of doing things. Shift A. Where am I actually? Where's my 3D cursor? Here, let's do this first of all. Jeez. Shift S, cursor selected. Shift A, bring in a UV sphere. A bit bigger than the diameter of the cylinder, it looks to be. You know, maybe even bigger than that, I don't know. All right, I wonder if I can mirror that. I really wonder if I can mirror that. Mirror it in the X with respect to this guy. Wouldn't it be nice if it was perfect? Yes. I'm just going to apply it. I'm going to join to this. And if I want to smooth this, I may have... What if I use edge split on that? Will that mess up my bevel? No. It looks a-okay. I just don't know that it's supposed to be that wide. But there it is anyhow. So far. I'm going to leave that for now. Yeah. I'm sure it's supposed to be closer to the pillows. To the whole bed. Oops. Right in there. This just seems so far. I just want to try something. I know it's not going to go there, but it looks better there, right? Does that mean that I should make it smaller than these? Like, I know I can't do this because it'll change the... I just want to look at that. One more step. I'll control Z out of there. Man, I'm not going to bother with that right now. Oh, or is it that these are legs in the you know, the back of the bed, in the front of the bed maybe, and is this just clip in, you know, with the bed frame to this, and there's no legs like this up here? You know, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. What if this took the place of those legs, you know, because they clicked in? So I had those legs there. Does that make sense? That would look stupid, so I'm not going to do that. We're moving on. That chair is much bigger than this bed. I feel like the chair's got to be that size to have it make sense. And why not? It's a tiny little chair. I like that better, actually, to tell you the truth. Let's set up the room a little bit. Okay, we'll just we'll give some distance. Move you out here, and we're gonna move you over here. Make your partner. Okay, and let's keep going on this. Let's add the little star and moon, just as a real simple way of doing it. Shift S, cursor selected. You know, I usually like to build stuff if I can. I mean, not building anything complicated, but anyways. But down here in the extras, which may or may not be enabled in your version, simple star, rotate X90. I just feel guilty every time I take a pre-made object. I suppose I'm not doing anything super anyhow, so I shouldn't worry about it. Actually, maybe I do want it a bit wider. I don't know. Let's see what that looks like there. Maybe just a star and a moon. Did I rotate this too? Oh, maybe it does better. Maybe that's just good enough like that. And we can smooth it. But that could be there. I don't know about that. No, maybe instead of that, just less of a bevel, like that. Make it wider though. I'm going to use this to cut through. Do a boolean on that. I'll get rid of that. I'm sure it worked. All right. Let's save. Object apply. Partition and scale. Oh, that might be too thick. I don't know. Yeah. Not good enough. I should be able to do the bevel. Oh, that was weird. Maybe I want more. Let's try that. Let's try on this one edge split. Let's see. No, it doesn't matter. That's fine. That's such a small detail anyhow. It is a small detail, so maybe I need another one, I don't know. Rotate the Y. Let's move that in there. Move the star over here. Okay. Apply those bevels. And it's done. And accept it. So that means this guy is done. And let's bring that over. Sorry, I'm just experimenting. Okay, I just think that looks nice. Let's add a really simple lamp on this here, and then we'll do a book, and we'll keep going. Shift S. Actually, let's go right to the surface. And I'll take a break. Circle. Scale it down. So I don't know what kind of lamp I want. I'm just gonna make something. Extrude, bring it up. Heat extrude, I'm gonna bring it up, let's scale it in. Actually, I'm gonna scale it in more. Heat extrude, that's probably still gonna be too wide. Yeah, it's gonna be too wide. Bring it back. Scale shift Z. Yeah, that's more like it. I'll bring that up a little bit. We're going to become a stubby lamp again. Heat extrude. What am I doing? Scale nice and big. Heat extrude. Bring her up. Scale it in. Sorry about that. Ooh, that's a bit much, maybe. Scale like that. That's okay. I'm going to actually bring it down anyhow. And at this point, I will do just nothing. I will put an edge loop in here, and I'll put an edge loop in here. And I'll shift select all those. Heat extrude, scale shift Z, just pull it out a slight bit. Hopefully this is visible when I smooth it, and I'll put an edge loop in there. On here, and geez, I forgot to bevel this, didn't I? Let's see if I got a little bit of room. No, I can't do it there anyhow. that's going to be fine because I'm probably going to do a subdivision surface. You might think I don't need it. Let's actually throw that on right now. And then what I'm going to do is this. And oops, that one. This is just really simple, okay? Just to create, you know, a lamp in the room. I think what we'll do though is we will lengthen it a bit like that. And let's have a look at that top region there. You know what? I think I might want to get rid of that and close it like this and just do this. Let's see if I can bevel that actually. Let's just have a look, sort of cleaner look. So no one's looking underneath there. Close to what I wanted, really simple, mushroom style. This is what I wanted to do anyhow. Get a mixture between the sharpness and the bubbliness, if that makes any sense. Okay. So that is going to be the lamp. I'm going to push it back a little bit. And I'm going to do one over here as well. Cool. And on this desk, I'm actually going to have a book. So I'm going to move this lamp. On this desk, I'm going to have a clock, I think. So to do the book, I actually will. I'll go to another layer, but first I'll actually bring in, what am I doing? Bring in a circle and I'll get a sense of where it's going to go and this and that, and we'll fix it from there. Okay, let's move to the next layer. And we'll go into that, and wireframe, and that I didn't need wireframe. Okay, box select and get rid of all these vertices. Select that. Switch over to 3D cursor. Let's not set origin to geometry first. Oh, geez. Shift S, cursor selected. Let's go back in. I screwed this up. No. Okay. Scale in the X. Pulling them in like that. You'd extrude, scale like that. Scale in the X as well. Yeah. I did botch it up. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it does matter. Let's not do that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, never mind. We'll just do it the normal way. Cursor to center. Circle. That's fine. Go in. Sorry about that. I'm going kind of quick here. Okay, 3D. Scale in the X, pull it in. Heat extrude, scale, it'll come up straight. Scale in the X. I'll just push about normal. I don't need to be in wireframe. Okay, I'm going to Shift Alt click that line. I have to make a frame. Did I say frame? I meant face. Heat extrude out like that. Good. Select it all. Heat extrude. Bring up your book. Have a look at your book. Scale this in the Y. Scale in the X. mess with any of that. Let's get rid of some of the curvature though. Which way was I looking at that way? I do need to be in wireframe for this. I'm going to box select all these, scale in the X and pull it in, just like that. Now I can get out of that phase and set origin to geometry. And that's not too bad for what I'm looking for. So let's go in the face select mode. Let's select that face, that one. I was going to say frame again. That one and that one. Extrude, scale globally in. Come to object mode, and then let's do our apply, rotation, and scale, and put a bevel on it, and it's done. And I'm going to leave it at that amount of bevel, I think. Let's apply that bevel and smooth. Oh well, it's going to be so small, it's not going to be visible. So let's bring that back to the first layer and throw it on the desk. Oh, we're all upside down and crazy. There we go. Zoom in now. Let's rotate X90. Actually, rotate Y180. Oy. Rotate Y180 is what I wanted. Okay. We are not levitating. This. Oh, there it is right there. That's why I did that. Rotating the Z. Something like that. Don't lose that. I can move stuff if I really need to, so that's fine. All right. It's kind of a cute little bedroom set. I'm not sure about this squareness right here at the top of the lamp, but you know. Maybe I could if I got rid of all that, it's like curiosity, and did like a solidify. Nah, that's stupid. I don't have to do this either. Just adding problems to this. What if I close that face now? Oh, screw that. That's not better. I didn't lose anything over there. No. It's just a toy. Don't get upset about it. Okay, we're making this clock now, right? Something like this over here. I like the star and the moon. Okay, yes. Why? Why did you go in over there? I thought I selected that night table. Stupid. JX90. Right here. Zoom in now. Oh, scale it down. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Clock right there. Get out of the way, you. Come over here a bit. Something like this, right? I guess kind of that size. Alright, let's go in. That's going to be the face of it. A, Control, N. Let's do I and bring it back in a little bit. Now, I think there's like a double part of this, so I think I gotta go E, scale it up, and then bring it back again, like sort of a second back on it. I don't know. I got the sense that there was. I'm gonna subdivide this anyhow, I think. No, I don't like that because I'm gonna have to lay some bells on it, so it's not gonna work like that. So I'm just gonna make it like this. Sorry about that. Inset it a bit. Bring this in. I'll scale. I don't know if I need to bevel this since I'm doing subdivision. Let's do a small bevel, like 1 or 2. And before I do anything else, I'm going to take a piece of this to make that bell. I'm going to take that edge, Shift D, P to make a new selection, and I'm going to find that edge if I can. Yeah, good. And rotate X90. I'm just getting the outline of it. And do a bell kind of that size, maybe. I'll do 2 of them. And it's not really going to be a bell, but it'll be like a circle almost. Bring it up, Control B, bring it way down. I'll go below my poly count like that. Do I need like a little stock or something? I can't remember. No, you know what I do want to do actually on that? I want to do I think I can just extrude it up and bring it back down again. Do that. I think I can do that. I think it's good enough like that. Smooth it. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do. I just may need a stock now that I think about it. So I'm going to inset this like that and bring that down. Just a little bit. Good enough now. Do I have to bevel this edge? Probably. Though I smoothed it, but I really should bevel it because do like that, you know. Okay, before we get all carried away, I'm gonna do that. Okay, and yeah. Go in here. Put that in there. Maybe I'll put one there. Oops. Let's take this. Let's Control 1. Rotate Y. And bring this down. Rotate Y again. I could switch to normal. How's that? Oh, well. That's never a good sign. Scale the whole thing. It won't fit. Jeez. can I just mirror this across? Mirror across the clock. Can I? Oh, not that. No, it doesn't matter how. Yeah, this is bothering me a little bit. So what I want to do is this. Okay. And bring them back in. That's what I wanted to do. Better apply that. Okay, now let's make sure I am there. Cursor selected. Oh, I probably hit cursor to center before. Let's do a plane. Rotate X 90. Scale down. This is really crude, okay? But cartoony, to some extent cartoony. Just like that. Need extrude, bring it out. Flip any normals, yeah, we needed it. Object apply, rotation and scale, bevel at 2, notch it down a bit, that's fine. Like that. Oh, what happened? Okay. Bring it up and let's copy it. Rotate Y 90. Okay, that's not going to be exactly what I want, but we're just going to just rotate Y. Okay, I know I'm not setting my pivot points up right, but oh yeah, jeez. Scale this one. Oh, what's going on? Seems a bit scaled too much. Alright, whatever. Yeah, okay, I could do that. Control 1. Smooth. Join. Now, this is subdued. Okay, I'm not quite done. But I can apply that. And now I can join all of this together. Hopefully not too big. And I think I'll just, cursor selected. I'm just going to bring in a cube and make some little feet. Yeah, figures. Scale in the X. Not like that, but something like this, you know. Scale it. No, I'm not going to scale in the Y. seen. But they're there. They will be there. Oh, it's got to be a little bit longer than the bottom. Let's try that though. Let's try that. Let's try mirroring it. What hits first? Feet. Feet hit first. Oh, geez, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter, but we'll lengthen the feet a little bit. Okay, we will. Oh. Scale on the Z. We'll just do it this way. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, well, we'll bring them right into the body, like that. Bring them down. Feet touch first. Good. Let's do apply, join, smooth. I don't know how stable that looks. Okay, bring the lamp back. Yeah, it's not gonna be right at the edge, sorry. It's not gonna be right at the center either. And we're gonna turn it, rotate Z a little bit like that. There we go. Well, that's what we got so far in all that time. That is what we got. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll get back at it. Okay, we're gonna do a bit more work on these lamps because this is not gonna suffice. So we are going to do something else to this. That's not what I want. Escape. Let's get rid of that. And let's just see if I can grab that inner edge. I don't know if I can. Well, apparently I can't. You know, I could probably lose some of those, but I'm just going to do that for now. Inset. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. First of all, let's see how that is. All right. I might. I want to do something else to this. I decided it's not like an incandescent light. Instead, I want to take. We'll start with the star. Oh, geez, what happened there? That's what I wanted. Rotate X90. I thought maybe this would work. That's, I don't know. I'm gonna cast some images on the ceiling, maybe. Let me take the bone too. I don't know what this. That's what I'm thinking about. Spending a lot of time on this. Is that better? Just out of curiosity. I don't like it as much. Yeah, all right, it's cute, so we'll just go with it. Okay, so where are we at? What did I have to do? What did I have to do? Let's go back to the big picture instead of those things. I'm not doing that. Sure, let's work on this thing here. Okay, so we're just gonna do a big cube cutaway drawer thing. All right, let's send the cursor right back to the center. Shift A, let's bring the cube. We'll slide it over here though. Too tall. You could use a step stool though. It is pretty tall here. It's quite a bit higher than the bed thing. I don't have to follow that completely though. Okay, now what to do with this? What is it we want to do? I want an area for this and I want an area for that equal. And I'm gonna have to deal with beveling. So let's see. I think I want to take this to another layer though. Is there anything? Hopefully there's nothing on there. Alright. And let's shift this cursor to select it as well. Let's try just an edge loop for the drawer there. Cupboards, and what if I do? Can I just do an inset like that? It's back to that crap, eh? Or maybe double inset. I'll select it all, remove any doubles. Okay, that, I. And then scale it in Z. What if I do that? That'll cause a problem for so it's just a drawer. Well, what if I just go ahead and inset? I'll try it. We'll grab that piece after. Let's have a look at the beveling situation. Let's well, let's see actually what it would be like if I just beveled it with this. Yeah, I'll get that, eh? Yeah. I have to bevel this by hand. Well, let's give it a try anyhow. Let's do these edges first. artifacts so far. I don't want to zoom in that close on that, so let's do the back. Not going to be exactly equal to the front, doesn't matter though, as long as it looks nice. And I think that's okay. Let's go into it. Let's grab that one. Shift D, P. No, that. Pull it out. Okay. Let's go in here as well. Grab that one. Shift D, P. Hide that one for the moment, and then we'll just work on this. And let's go extrude, bring it out a bit. Okay. Bevel this by hand. Do the do the corners first. Just a little bit. We'll do the back too, just for the hell of it. Okay, let's slide it back in. And there's enough of an edge you can see. Okay. So it's got like 3 kind of things and then a handle. Alright, okay, fine. We could go in and we could probably grab that face. D, P. That's the whole drawer, okay. There it is. I don't even care, I don't think, if I lose the curvature on something like this. So let's try it. Scale Z. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an inset. I think I am. No, I'm not. Nah, we'll do it that way. I'll extrude, scale it in the Y. And scale it in the Z, like that. Is that what I wanted to do? No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Oh well. Let's do this. See if I can inset. It looks odd, but oh yeah, it's crossing, eh? Okay, that's all right. We can go extrude, scale in the Y. I may be achieving the same thing. No, that's all right. Okay, that's all right. And we'll just bridge edge loops. I don't have to bevel these edges. I'll try. Just uneven. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Smacked on there. this. I'm already in there. Do that. And then I'll increase the distance. So I got enough room. Let's just make sure they're touching. Let's apply that. And join those. And shift test cursor selected. We'll bring in a torus. And I'll bring it down a little bit. Oh, jeez. 16, 13. Let's try scaling that down. In the X. All right, we'll take it out. Okay. We'll get rid of that much. Is that too much? It's fatter though. What if I just scale in the Z? Just make it like that. I kind of like it anyhow. Scale in the X. No, you know what? I'll try one more time. I may not like the idea of a torus at all. At all. I prefer an actual handle. I know it's always the same thing, but do it like that. I'm just not sure where I want to put this. One, where I want them in here, in between those. Jeez, where do I want them in there? Three of them. Just for the fun of it. I don't think that's what I did before, or is it? Yeah, that is what I did before. Huh. Wasn't planning on it necessarily, but I think it might look the best. That's okay, I don't mind that look for the moment. That's moving. There are little shelves in here, so I'll just grab this piece here. Bring it up a little. And we'll do our apply scale, and I'll bevel the front edge by hand. Grab that edge and that edge, Control B. Give it a couple of segments, maybe not too thick. That's fine. Okay, just like that. And although it's got to be a little bit smaller, scale in the X a little bit and push it back so the door can close. Just like that. Join those. All right, Alt H. Thinking of doing the doors a little bit differently. I don't know if I'm going to do an open door. I could, I suppose. Although in some ways it's so much easier not to. But I suppose. What's going on? Oh, I'm in the wrong object. Grab that edge, move it over here. And then what I could do is let's try mirror. Certainly don't want them clipping. I'll do them like that. Not quite touching. And now I don't even need the mirror anymore. I just know how big that is supposed to be. And we will go in, extrude, bring it out a bit. And I'm not going to do all that fancy stuff on it. Object, apply, scale, we'll just bevel it. Do something. Corners. You know, really simple modeling stuff, you know, but it's really taking me a while. You know, not that good at this. Not bad, I suppose, but I don't know a lot of tricks or anything. Now with that done, it makes me wonder if I should have done something differently right from the outset. I don't know if I'm going to have a problem with my inset now because of that. I don't know. Let's find out. Maybe not. It's a bit square, but that's okay. Let's try it. Let's see what that looks like. Can't even see it now. I don't like that. Yeah, and then it starts crossing. Okay. So, what we do is we need extrude, scale in the Y. Yeah. Scale in the Z. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then need extrude, push her back. Decent amount. And let's see if we can grab that whole edge. In fact, let's even grab that inner edge. Let's see how well we can bevel this stuff. That's what I'm going for. That's what I wanted. And I'm going to also do Shift S cursor selected. What's going on? Origin geometry. cursor to selected. Come on, don't screw around with me. Rotate Y90. Scale it down. I'll bring this over to around there. Vertex. Delete those vertices and take these two, extrude them back like that. Make a face. F80 extrude, bring that out a bit. Make sure my normals are okay. And this thing would go here, I think, and in like that. I wonder if I can just bevel this. Let's try, I don't know. It's probably good enough. I was probably going to lose that smoothing. Yeah, I was afraid of that. All right, let's go on everything. Good enough. Now, if I do that and I bring this door back in like that, two of them. Of course, duh. There were two of them, weren't there? Yes, there were. Let's do it this way. Okay. If I do that, what if I mirror it? Mirroring the Z with respect to this thing. I could just do that. And now, what's going on with the smoothing on this thing? That's fine, it's such a small detail anyhow. Okay, and let's go ahead and join these, and then bring in a torus again. I'm going to try the default size. I was going to do that though, and let's rotate X90. Let's see if I've botched this up yet. Like in like that. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. I know it's a bit of a weird shape, but hopefully it'll be okay. Cut that off. What did I do? Oh. Are bothering me. I just don't know if they got beveled right. I think that looks better, doesn't it? Darn right it does. I mean, a little bit. Let's try that. There, we don't even need that, I guess. All right, let's see if I can mirror this now. No. Order geometry, Shift S, cursor selected. Let's try mirroring this now. Well, I suppose I could go in and take this whole door and everything now that I've done that and that, and make it its own selection. Right? It's a separate door now. And maybe I'd come in and just take this edge, cursor selected, switch to 3D cursor and rotate Z and do it a bit like the diagram or the image. How's that? All right, well, we ain't done yet, so I still gotta do the side panels. So to do that, I'm gonna come in here, and I think I can still, without screwing anything up, well, I don't need to screw around, so yeah, I do want to do that. Dissolve faces, I can do that still. I should be able to. Shift D, P, take that whole piece and move it out. Okay, what's the side? 1, Control 1, yeah, Control 1. There we go. Scale it in the X a little bit. No, wait, is that what I want to do? Why do I want to do that? Why do I want to scale it? I don't think I do. I think I want it to be the same size. Or do I want it to be the same size? No, I want it a little bit smaller. Scale in the X. Scale in the Z just a tiny bit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what are we doing here? It's inset. All right. Oh, boy. So what we'll do is I'm just going to copy this. And, nah, I don't need to do it that way. What I do, I'll just go into it and I'll inset like that. Is that enough? Let's go a bit more. Just like that. And then we will, okay, let's do this one more time if I need to. And then we will do these edges. We'll bevel it by hand. Control B, round it up. The outer and the inner, maybe even the very inner. Let's see how that worked out. That worked out. Let's bring it back and see. That's what we wanted, but why a different size? I'm starting to question that now. Holding down Shift to go in a smaller amount. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it just looks a bit better that way. Okay, let's do that. And let's blow some polys. Shift S, cursor selected. And let's bring in a cube. Scale in the Y way, 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 way down. So way down, you wouldn't believe it. And in the Z, the same thing. Let's not go backwards. go to sleep. Yeah. Flip those polys and bevel just these top edges. A lot of polys wasted on this. Right way up there. So small, but going in the Z, right? Yeah, we are. Oh, so many polys wasted. 62. You know what? I think for this design, I'm just going to stick with the horizontal. Baby's maybe waking up. Time out. Maybe she's come back to sleep. Took a while, but I think I got my daughter back to sleep. I'm gonna keep going. This is my only chance I have to do this modeling, so I've got to talk a little quiet. Anyways, I think I'm done that side panel, so let's see if I can mirror this over. Alright, that looks good. Let's join it. Let's see how that looks. Alright, let's do something else here. The underside. Make some little feet for this thing. Ever going to see them, but I'll bevel it anyhow. What if I do that? Jeez, I don't know. Decent. Maybe just slightly extruding. Alright, good enough. I don't know. You know, I don't think I like those. I take it back. I take it back. Those look kind of stupid. I did have an idea though for this. I was thinking, well, let's, oh yeah, that's not joined. Hey, let's join this one. Oh, let's not join that one yet. Let's just move it all back. Oh, jeez. That too. Let's join this. Yeah. I was thinking of this. I don't know if this is crazy. Let's take all that. Hope it's not too repetitive. But I was thinking of putting them on the doors. Oh, not that way. Rotate X. Kind of want to have on both doors. So, let's. Do it that way for that. I may have to move that in. You know, this is a design element. I think it looks cute. It's the theme. It's a little repetitive, but still don't know about this. Just check that out and see if I like that any better. Geez, maybe I'll just do that. I don't like that star if it's too close. Where's my I don't know. That's good enough. Let's see what I do. I like that better. Oh yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I don't know. It's fine. Okay. Well, it's coming along. It's a long process. I do like this piece quite a bit. All right, we're getting there. Really do like that. I really like the stars and the moon. All right, well, should I do this piece or should I call it quits? Is that enough? Yeah, had enough of this yet? Yeah, I kind of feel like just leaving it at that. You know, it just shows the general idea of what you could do. Not crazy about the pillows. I wouldn't do them that way normally. I'd put more time, and I think we'll leave it at that. I think it looks kind of cute. So let's set this up just for a OpenGL render. Let's try this. All right, we'll save that image. Bedroom video 1, and we'll try a different shader. I'm sorry I'm not doing materials here. Let's go here. Let's try that one. I don't know about that. Anything else good? That's a typical one, eh? Yeah, all right. Let's just go with that. Close that up. We'll try a different angle. Okay. Well, thanks for watching.